千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together.
In the West, a lot of times we talk about the voice of conscience. So in a way, you are speaking to yourself, dispensing wisdom and advice to yourself through your voice of conscience. So what is the opposite of that? What would that voice be? The voice of the bad version of you, your evil twin. So in the West, a lot of times we have this idea that there are two little figures sitting on your shoulders. To one side is an angel, to the other side, the devil. The angel, of course, represents the better aspects of ourselves, the better angels of our nature, so to speak, and the devil, the opposite. So a little bit more about that in just a moment. So question, what kind of advisor are you to yourself? Well, here's what I think. If you study and practice the Tao, then the advice you provide to yourself is likely to be wise and effective. So what about the opposite? What if, how about the people that maybe aren't a part of this group, that don't know a whole lot about the Tao? What about them? Here's what I would say. Those who are unaware of the Tao may not be as fortunate. I think we're all very fortunate here. And the reason why I say they may not be as fortunate is because the results they get may vary. The results they end up with may be hit and miss, that sometimes it just happens to work out, other times there is a setback. So here's how I want to illustrate that in a slide that I call With or Without the Tao. So there you have it, the better angels of our nature to one side, the devil to the other side. So with the Tao, what would the angels say? The angel there representing the better angels of our nature. So what if you are facing some kind of material attachment? What if there's something that you simply want to hang on to? Well, the angel, or the part of you, the higher self, the inner master, the part that knows the Tao, that entity, the voice of reason, the voice of conscience may say, let it go and move on. It's excess baggage. It weighs you down. You don't need it. You don't need that attachment. You don't need that emotional baggage as you continue traveling on your personal sacred journey. You want to travel light so you can enjoy the journey more. Therefore, let it go and move on. Now, what about the topic of this chapter? Contention, conflicts. When there's friction in your life, when you are not a happy camper with someone else, that there's argument, there's fighting, the better angels of our nature, represented by little angel there, may say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. So forgive, move on, also let it go. Contention is, in a way, similar to attachments. in that it can weigh you down and keep you from fully enjoying your trip, your sacred journey. So what about spirituality or awareness? Better angels of our nature may say, be present, may suggest, live with mindful awareness. That is, are you mindfully aware of what's happening right now? What's going on right now? What are we all doing? What is the state of our energy levels, our spirituality? Can we feel this Tao that's present in this group, that's moving all around, back and forth, suffusing everything? And how cool is that? So becoming aware, being present, being mindful. And when it comes to living life itself, the better angels of your nature, the part of you that understands the Tao, may say, well, listen, it's time to take joy in all the little things in life. So there's so many little things that we could name. And I'm talking about little insignificant things that don't really mean that much to other people. But if you look at them through the eyes of the Tao, every little thing is a cause for gratitude. If you're walking toward an elevator and someone notices you and holds the elevator door open, that's an awesome little thing right there. How cool is that? If you're driving and you're reaching an intersection, and before you have a chance to slow down, the light turns green and you're able to safely go right across. That's a very little thing, but how cool is that? That's an awesome little thing as well. So I'm talking about keeping your eyes open to notice all the little things that the better angels of our nature would point out. So what about the other side though? I mean, we're talking about the Tao now. We're focusing on the yin and yang. We can talk about one without the other. So what are some situations where the devil would actually have some input that you may decide to accept or reject? So example, what happens when there is temptation? Temptation that perhaps on some level you feel like you should not succumb to, but on a different level, the devil says, it's okay, just a little bit, won't hurt anyone. And then of course, you find yourself on the slippery slope, as in, maybe just a little bit more, and just, yeah, it's okay. I give myself permission. I'm too hard on myself. And what about when you sense a difference between yourself and other people and you come out on the favorable end? Like, wow, I'm actually smarter than those guys. I'm actually better off. I'm actually better educated. The devil may say, yeah, I'm better than all of them. They are beneath me. That is the beginning, of course, of arrogance. Itself a slippery slope. Lastly, let's return to the topic of this particular chapter about conflict at all different levels, warfare, fighting, arguing, your battles with others. Wow, the topic of revenge will come up. And the devil will suggest, yeah, just wait. I'll get them sooner or later. They will regret it. So this is what I mean by you being a different kind of advisor to yourself. We all have that choice. And our goal in this meeting, and hopefully many more future meetings when you and I get to talk together and chat about these topics. Our goal is to emphasize the better angels of our nature and learning how to deal with the voice of the devil. In the Tao, of course, none of these things are personified. There is no actual entity that you can pray to. The entity that you can be sure exists is your higher self.
Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us travel safely. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.